set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Lambeau. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip. Through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Brought in by Huff. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
46-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And they will finally stop him as he's down the 40-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Hawk 70, Hawk, go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Go! Cougar Knight, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 Pioneer.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
60 Eagles, trap 60, trap 60. Mustang 19. Ready?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he whips that one incomplete there.
On 2nd down. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. He was defended by Kenny Moore.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
19 sight. Let's go now. 70 Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And complete to Drake London. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. This 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 19 Lions. Panther 60. Panther 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Ready?
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's London. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
We're scoreless after 1. Second and 7 from the 20.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, Hawk 70, Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Huff. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Cowboys.
On the give, here's McBride.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Come on. Set. 70 line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Drake London.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Trevino. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. After the penalty, they go with Barkley.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, Barkley gets through, and now an opening.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Second and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now a 2nd and 10.
60, 18, Pioneers. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Short throw to Smith. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Packers 60, Packers 60.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And now a run with McBride. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McBride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Remo.
A run here with McBride. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Trap 60. 7 Pirates. Hawk 70.
Now a play fake here on first down. That one deep for London. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Deputy! Viking 18!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
20, 5, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance. It's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they got to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here in this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
65
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
140 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. Warriors 17.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part and got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, man, they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. What a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Ready.
Here's McBride.
And he stopped immediately there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 9 now.
They'll set up the screen to McBride.
Only a yard there. Snipped out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Viking 18, Panther 11, Panther 70 range, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Goes right back to McBride. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Again, it's Murray. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the fourth down. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw here. To Barkley on the check down. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And some room to work. Through the middle of the field. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Packers. Saquon Barkley, 62 yards. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Well, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Packers are right back in this football game.
Intercepted. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a first and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Up the middle with Barkley. Broken tackle. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
At the 4-yard line.
Barkley not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Come on. Trap 50, trap 60, by 6. Go.
They'll drop to throw. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now a give right side. It's McBride. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. Short throw to Smith. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
But hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3.
Pass all 80. Pass to 60. Pass to 60. 60 by 6. 60 by Mustang 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
They'll run on first down. McBride. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros. We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Let's go now. Dragon 60. Cowboy 80. Warrior 70. Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down. Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you bump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We think back to halftime, you know, they were close to being written off. They faced the deficit, and now here's we begin overtime. They're one drive away from a comeback victory.
Think about where they started and how far they've come back from. And look, you and I both know that when we talk with coaches, most of the time they don't say that momentum is something that factors into how they coach a ball game, because they say each game is its own entity. But within a game, I think they all believe in momentum, and they certainly have it going on their direction right now.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He dumps it off to Barkley. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about In your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
They're going to look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 18 Cardinals, 79 Broncos. Ready, right?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This pass is caught by London. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Viking, ready.
Gore fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.